We covered the future, the next generation, and the new faces of Indian and world cricket in our previous video. But right now, we're talking about the other side of the coin. The players who've been there, who've done it, and who have something left to prove. Maybe they've had a down year as of late, struggled with injuries, and are coming back hungrier than ever. And sometimes that is the most dangerous kind of hunger. Welcome back to Glitch Lab, everyone. If you haven't watched part 1 of our next generation video yet, go do that first and then come back to this one. But now, we start off with the wily old foxes.
Yes, the familiar faces who have some unfinished business. And the biggest name will be Mohammad Shami, arguably one of India's finest fast bowler. But in recent times, injuries have hit him hard, really hard. And just when you think he's ready for a comeback, there are many noise. The man himself says he's fit and ready to go, but the chief selector Ajit Agarkar and the selection committee says otherwise. There's clearly some sort of miscommunication between the two groups, and to be honest, it is really frustrating to watch as a cricket fan. Shami had a very poor IPL last time around when he was playing for Sunrisers, but he went back to domestic, he has grinded it out there, and this time he will be playing for Lucknow where he was traded by Sunrisers. With the 50 over World Cup coming next year, and Shami, we all know what he has done in ODI cricket, IPL 2026 is like his audition, but the question is, will his body let him answer the call? We have to wait and find out.
Another pacer looking to get back into the swing of things will be Kolkata Knight Riders' Umran Malik. Another one that has been hampered by injuries as of recent, barely played any matches in the 24 season when he was with the Sunrisers, picked up by the Knight Riders last year but could not compete due to injury and is coming back this year hoping to prove to everyone that he's still got a lot left to give. With the injuries to Harshit Rana and even Akash Deep now being unlikely to play this year for the Knight Riders, a lot will be riding on Umran Malik's shoulders in the pace department for the Knight Riders. Recovering from injury, he has only featured in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy as of recent for Jammu Kashmir, where he has had a couple of decent outings against the UP and Maharashtra. But apart from that, there really isn't much to go by for the Knight Riders pacer. With his natural ability for raw pace and under the guidance of legends like Shane Watson and Tim Southee, this could be a make or break year for the right arm pacer. From a current Knight Rider to a former one now, as we head to Bangalore with Venkatesh Iyer. With a hefty price tag of 23 crore last year, he performed exceptionally poorly and has had a disappointing domestic season as of late too. Signed by the Royal Challengers for 7 crore this year, he will be hoping to turn things around at the Chinnaswamy. But with the exceptional form and an established place in the team for Devdutt Padikkal, it is unlikely that the order of things will change for Venkatesh Iyer. Most likely, he will start the season on the bench as an impact option. But if provided the opportunity, if he can grab them and perform to his fullest, maybe, just maybe, there might be some light at the end of the tunnel for Venki.
Now moving on to the two former RCB boys, UZ Chahal and KL Rahul. In UZ Chahal's case, it seems like Indian cricket has moved on from him. The wrist spinners conversation has shifted elsewhere, but cricket has a very funny way of rewriting narratives and stories. One dream IPL season, consistent wickets, match-winning spells can suddenly reopen the doors of the Indian colours for him again. And then the other guy, KL Rahul. There is something about him that even if he doesn't do anything wrong, he will always get targeted. And to be honest, he is such a good guy. He does what the team wants from him, that even in last year, he started in the middle order, then he shifted to the top order and opening position. This year, we have to see where he bats, at the top, at the middle, or nowhere, because that has been KL Rahul's case recently. But beyond individual brilliance, there are some fascinating leadership stories as well. And the Indian fans will be eagerly watching Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer, how they captain their side. Shreyas Iyer, the Indian ODI vice captain, Punjab's captain, a man with a genuinely remarkable IPL captaincy CV. He took Punjab to the finals last year after a gap of 11 years. He won Kolkata their title back in 2024. Why Kolkata let go of him is one of the unsolved mysteries of the world. And under him, Delhi also looked threatening in the 2019 and 2020 season. That is a great record to have, and with the captaincy conversation always bubbling around the Indian team, a big IPL 2026 could push Shreyas Iyer right into the center of debate again.
From vice captain to captain, we move on to the test and ODI captain of the Indian national team, Shubman Gill. Leading the Gujarat Titans, the team had a pretty disappointing 2024 season but bounced back last last year and qualified for the playoff, even though they were knocked out in the eliminator. With the bat, he has performed well for the Gujarat Titans last year in the IPL and in Test cricket as well for the Indian national team. Even his performances with the ODI team were decent, but in the T20 format with the national team, he struggled, which is why he was eventually dropped for the New Zealand T20 series and finally for the T20 World Cup as well. In IPL 19, he will be hoping to flip that script and change the narrative once again for the Gujarat Titans. And who knows, this could turn into another version of the Rohit Virat captaincy debate that used to happen previously in the IPL, of who should lead the Indian national team better. Just like the last time, it's also another Punjab lad being the captain with a Mumbaiker by his side as the vice captain. A lot of similar parallels to draw from history.
Apart from them, there are players who are coming into this season already at the top of their game after the recently concluded T20 World Cup. Had an exceptional T20 World Cup and they will be raring to go in the IPL as well, with some added responsibility for Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma. Ishan Kishan will be leading the Sunrisers Hyderabad team in the absence of Pat Cummins, with Abhishek Sharma being his deputy. The man is having a dream run right now, won the Syed Mustaq Ali tournament with Jharkhand, came back to the Indian national setup and was one of the main reasons for India lifting the T20 World Cup. We have to see how he leads the Sunrisers team because that team, what we are hearing right now, having some injury scares.
Sticking with the Indian national team, the Mumbai Indians trio of Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav, alongside foreigners like New Zealand captain Mitchell Santner and England's crisis manager Will Jack, will all be part of the MI Pulton this year, with the squad having the least injury concerns and with most of the squad coming into the tournament at the peak of their powers. This surely looks like one of the best chances for the Mumbai Indians to make it trophy number 6 this year.
And when you are talking about Indian national team, you can't ignore Sanju Samson, who has been the talk of the town recently. He will be representing the Chennai Super Kings and is coming in with an extremely good T20 World Cup. Looking at how poor Chennai were last year, a lot will depend on Sanju Samson at the opening slot. Moving on from Indian players to some international stars, someone like Simran Hetmyer, who had a very good T20 World Cup. And if you look at Rajasthan Royals, they do lack in the experience department with their trade-off to Chennai Super Kings in the form of Sanju Samson. And they brought in Ravindra Jadeja. Along with that, they have an inexperienced leader in the form of Riyan Parag. So Simran Hetmyer have to do a lot of heavy lifting in the batting department for the RR team. And also because Sam Curran, another left-handed big hitter who has been ruled out from the tournament due to injury and who was also a traded player, by the way. So a lot of responsibility is on Simran Hetmyer's shoulder.
A few other standout international names that will be taking part in the IPL this year: the New Zealand opening duo of Tim Seifert and Finn Allen for the Kolkata Knight Riders. It will be really interesting to see who KKR go for in their starting lineup, considering the fact that they have no established Indian wicketkeeper, with Finn Allen only being a part-timer and Tim Seifert being the de facto choice for the New Zealand team, but form, reputation and everything else suggesting that it will be Finn Allen starting in the team. It will be very interesting to see what the Knight Riders management does. With the uncertainty around Matisa Patirana and the flight delays for Sunil Narayan, it could give KKR the opportunity to hand a starting slot to both Tim Seifert and Finn Allen in their first match.
And now we have saved this one for the last, deliberately actually, because this isn't about stat or selection or franchise or captaincy anymore. This is about something else entirely. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. They don't need an IPL season to prove anything. The ship sailed years ago. Their legacy are sealed, their records are untouchable. Their place in the all-time conversation is beyond debate. They have been there and done it all. But right now, it is just about savoring every moment they are on the field, because we never know how long it might last.
Every time Thala walks onto that hallowed Chepauk turf in that yellow jersey, the crowd doesn't just cheer, they hold their breath, because somewhere in the back of every fan's mind, there is that quiet, uncomfortable thought: is this the last time? Every hitman pull shot, every King Kohli cover drive, there's a lot more appreciation for it than there was a few years ago. They're not here to fight for anything. They're here because cricket, this game that they love, still lives in them. And as long as it does, we will be here, front row, eyes wide open, trying to soak in every single moment. And when they're gone, there will be nothing truly quiet like this again.
And we can already see it. Virat Kohli once said, "Once I am done, I will be gone. You won't see me for a while." And that is very true. Since his retirement from T20 cricket and Test cricket last year, we don't see him much often, except for national duties or in the IPL. Rohit Sharma was the brand ambassador for T20 World Cup, but just like Virat Kohli, we didn't watch him much other than Indian colors. Same with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He just comes, plays IPL, and then he just disappears. On the field, Thala is aura farmer. Off the field, he is strawberry farmer. Jokes apart, all the Indian cricket fans And cricket fans in general, they should just savor the moment rather than arguing amongst themselves who is better, who has done better in international cricket or IPL. Just savor the moment.
And with that, this is your complete IPL 2026 players to watch out for list. The future, the fighters, the stars and the legends. Like it always has been, IPL 19 will be one hell of a season. If you've enjoyed this, part 1 is right up here. Go check it out if you haven't seen it before. Like, subscribe and drop a comment on this video telling us who you are most excited for this season. And with that, that's it from our side. We'll see you in the next one. Glitchh Lab signing out.